Okay, I spoke before about the progenitors and the face on the moon. Well, let's go into it even more deeper. Here's the evidence of the height that these beings grown. And this wasn't even the height. I'm talking about maybe 500 to 1,000 feet. I might have been wrong the first time around when I said 100 to 300 feet. 1,000 to 500 feet tall. And these are the individuals right here that were called supergiants. They said they were so tall their head might have reached the clouds. And these are the beings that were here billions of years ago. The lost race that vanished without a trace. Even before anybody else got here, they were already in space. They was already setting up. They already had advanced technology. They already had different weapons and whatnot of mass destructions. I think each race develops these type of weapons, and each race comes to the point in time where they had to leave these weapons behind because of the destruction they cause. Once an individual or a race of beings vibrate at a certain frequency, there's no such thing as weapons of mass destruction or weapons at all, because you'll cease to exist to encounter an individual that is operating off that frequency where you have to defend yourself. The frequency is too high for the individual to even penetrate you. They got to bring you down to their frequency to do that. However, they developed the whole entire space in this part of the sector. Gigantic weapons, gigantic machineries, buildings. You got trucks that's the size of one of your biggest buildings that they building here, that these individuals rode in. They are all over this planet in plain sight. To the point where when they came to this planet, I'm thinking that the dinosaurs and all of the other gigantic fossils that we are seeing of animals came from them and their planet, in their location. They brought them here because they was once here on this planet for a certain part of time. They find evidence of a lot of information and machinery and equipment that is completely large. And they have fossils that they have found too with the giants of gigantic species and animals all over the planet. Elephants, gorillas, snakes, alligators, even eagles. All the animals that we see here might have been on the downgrade because of the atmosphere and the planet that we are on now don't require for these vehicles to be at a certain height. Their atmosphere at their location require for them to be that big. But it's here to show you that at one point in time there were gigantic beings that was here. And that face next to the moon could have been an actual being floating in space that was coming from the moon. That it could have been some type of natural disaster where these beings were left inside of the moon. Bodies could have floated outside of the moon, and we happen to see those bodies. And you actually had a point in time where there was another planet called Tiamat, a gigantic Earth that was destroyed from solar flares from the sun by these individuals called the pre-Adamites that were looking to utilize or make a weapon of mass destruction to fire at their enemies, and it backfired. There's a lot of information that has been hidden from the population, And the information is coming out now. And there are certain individuals that are coded with this information. There are certain individuals that are exposing the hidden worlds that's been hidden in the universe and on this planet and all the rest of the planets. They're ready to be discovered. The people of this planet are ready to know the truth about civilization as it should.